Greg Massey has spent his life going the extra mile for his alma mater, First United Bank, and the community of Durant, Oklahoma. His love for his roots and those who have impacted his life are things that carry Massey to this day.
He's always trying to learn and to be a better person. You know, he's always trying to improve his business. He's always digging into his faith. I just wish I had the drive that Greg has.
You know, people from a young age are going to be successful, and I felt like Greg would be that one of those people.
Massey grew up in a loving household, which helped shape him into the man he's become both professionally and personally. The influence of his parents is something that can be seen by anyone who starts to spend time with him.
He's very, very blessed to have John and Marion Massey as parents. You know, we get to choose our friends and we get to choose our spouse, but you know, when it comes to your parents, you get what you get. And he just hit the jackpot with John and Marion. They taught Greg the love of the Lord. They'd instilled in him values and to love unconditionally.
In addition to the professional success that Massey has experienced at First United Bank, he spends a lot of time focusing on making a bigger impact in the community that he calls home. Massey never misses an opportunity to take the time to help those in need.
And to see the impact he's had on his team at the bank, that in turn, tenfold take that to their communities, that's probably one of my favorite moments of seeing him succeed at that high level.
Working with Greg for all of these years, I tell people, you know, he's believed in me more than I think I've believed in myself. He's constantly, and I see it with other people, not just with me, but you know, pushing others to be that best version of themselves, and you know, always encouraging us to learn something new, to try a new position inside the bank, to take on something bigger than we think we're capable of doing. And so I've always just appreciated that push and that encouragement, and that you know, just that I know he's rooting for me.
Massey also holds a special place in his heart for Oklahoma State University and the time he spent there. America's brightest orange is always nearby when Massey enters the room or a conversation.
Some folks are just it's all athletics, and athletics is incredibly important, but it's about the education and developing people, right? And what he's done with the business college and full facets across the spectrum of the university, it's got a big place in his heart, and it's one that I can't think of probably very many people that whole loyal and true moniker fits better than it does for Greg.
From sharing stories of how he has grown and changed from his time there at OSU, to encouraging students from OSU, but also any student, to be active in their university and in their education. And I think that pride that he built there, you know, as being a part of OSU, is something that continues to carry on.
The bigger picture is always on Massey's mind as he works to leave the world a better place than he found it. Through his drive and his faith, Massey continues to live a life that his family and friends can all be proud of.
My first choice of words to describe him would be passionate. You know, he's passionate about the Lord, he's passionate about his family, he's passionate about First United Bank, and he's passionate about OSU.
Greg being inducted into the Hall of Fame at Oklahoma State, I think is incredibly appropriate. You know, I would think the foundations there of impacts on society, impacts on the university, those that attend the university. You know, Greg checks all the boxes for the way he's lived his life and the way he's developed others. He's left a huge wake in his presence of good.
Massey's impact can be felt across the state of Oklahoma, from Durant to Stillwater. OSU's highest honor is fitting for someone who truly lives his life by the Cowboy Code. Greg Massey, 2022 Oklahoma State University Hall of Fame.